This is Morgan Hazelwood, back again with more writing tips and writerly musings. This week, I'm here with my own sort of conundrum. AKA, how does this writing thing work again? As I gear up for NaNoWriMo, there is this small pit of dread somewhere between the back of my throat and my stomach. What can I say? It moves. But I've had this pit of dread before. Sure, I've drafted a handful of manuscripts. I've even polished one or two. Yet every time I gear up for NaNoWriMo, I end up with this familiar dread. Maybe, get this, maybe I can't write anymore. So let's talk about my common pre-drafting fears. This fear manifests in many forms. The first, last time was a fluke. This was the flavor of fear after my first full manuscript. My first encounter with being intimidated by the blank page. I'd done it once, but that was a fluke. Number two, you don't know enough about this world or character to tell this story. This was a bit of my fear going into my school play story and my gender-bent Robin Hood. I think partially because they were both almost more about the concept than the story. Okay, maybe I'm still a little worried about those, and that's what's stalling those edits. Third fear, can you even pace a chapter, much less a manuscript? This is the fear that led to, well, combined with a lack of a story to tell, morphed into my NaNoWriMo of short stories, which I think helped, as long as I actually pay attention to what I learned while writing. And my fourth fear, you can't do this story justice. Definitely the flavor of my current fear. I tried writing this story last year, and my space fantasy turned into tax fraud and school field trips. So let's talk about ways to fight this fear. Despite my fears, I really enjoy being a part of NaNoWriMo, as I'm motivated by momentum and would hate to miss a year. I'm going all in again. So I try to reassure myself in a variety of ways. Number one, I don't know if this will work for you, but I remember how worried I was that my first manuscript was trash until I read it and found out it didn't stink as much as I feared. Tip 2, recite the saying, you need to spend 10,000 hours on something before you can truly master it. Decide that this is you just putting in your time. Tip 3, remind yourself that no one ever needs to see it when you finish it. You are not obligated to polish it and publish it. Number 3, I reassure myself that even if I can't turn it into a full manuscript, I can probably get some short stories that are usable out of it. And number 4, I remember that I've been through this feeling of intimidation before, but I've always managed to find the words. While I know not all of you enjoy NaNoWriMo or the NaNoWriMo experience, if you write, some of these fears may have crossed your mind a time or two. Let me know in the comments below which fears are the biggest for you, and how do you fight your fears? How do you psych yourself up for drafting a new manuscript? I know I've done NaNoWriMo, and Camp Nano just doesn't have that same impetus. I have failed more camps than I want to admit, and yet something about NaNoWriMo keeps pulling me back. November works, and I don't know why. And that's all for today. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, hit that subscribe button and share it with all your friends. It goes a long way towards helping people find me. And I'll be back again next Monday with more writing tips and writerly musings. Bye-bye.